I don't want you girls going anywhere on your own while this man's still out there. Just make sure someone's with you, all right?
It's all right, Mum. We'll be careful.
They're sensible girls.
There's a masked pervert on the loose.
Yeah, and Miss Campbell showed us what to do if the creep shows up.
See? There you go. Safe as houses.
No, Tom, they're not safe. They're not safe at all.
Look, you don't have to go rushing back, you know, if you're not ready for it.
Thanks, Tom, for everything this last week. I know it's not been easy for you. I just wish these things would stop happening to us.
We'll have another baby.
Come away. What are we going to do about Stacey, Mika? Nothing. Look, just leave her. She won't dare go after Tom again. I haven't spoken to her since. Oh, she knows she's a stupid cow. It's not as if Tom seduced her. What's the point in upsetting Mum even more? Yeah, you're right. As long as Stacey keeps her gob shut.
You all right?
Hey, Headlight way up.
Looks like we're all safe. Not for this morning, anyway.
Police still haven't got a clue by the sound of it.
At least they got a description now.
Dark hair, average height, local accent. I suppose that lets you off the hook, Andrew. Why does this have to kick off now? I mean, more bad publicity. It's like someone up there loves giving me a kick up the backside.
I think it's a bit more serious than a kick up the backside for the poor girls his sicko got his hands on.
Of course it is.
Celine Dixon's too scared to come back to school until they catch him, and do you know what? I don't blame her.
I just meant it's one thing after another.
Well, let's just hope that they catch him before he attacks anyone else, then.
At least your self-defense classes are raising awareness and morale.
Absolutely. Great idea. We're being proactive. In fact, I'm going to give the local paper a call. Get them to send a photographer down. They'll love it. Girls in their gym gear throwing each other on the map.
Are you joking? Girls in the gym gear in the paper. What do you want to do? Give the pervert a catalogue to choose from?
Fine. Obviously, no pictures. Listen, I'll leave it with you guys. It's a good job I'm at the education offices all morning.
Hello, Andrew.
Morning.
Oh, you've hardly spoken to me all week.
Yeah, it's been a bit hectic.
Excuses, excuses.
Here she is, Miss Haydock. Good as a word and determined to make a go of it this time.
Well done, Maxine. I know you won't regret it.
Without you, Maxie will be watching her life swill down the drain with those lowlifes she hangs about with.
You mean my mates? Hey, that is no way to speak to your stepdad.
Thanks.
Izzy! Aw, it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Hey, do you fancy a brew?
Oh, yes, please.
Tom, be a love and put another bag in that pot, will you? Make one for me and all. Milk, no sugar.
Yes. Glad to have you back. Had to cover some of your classes, pretentious little thespians, aren't they?
Hi, Lorna.
Yes, I was going to come round and see you.
Tom said you called.
You know how bad I feel, don't you?
Well, it's your health you should be worrying about.
You will be all right, though, won't you? I mean, to have another baby.
No, I'll be fine. Anyway, I had some time to think while I was off, and... Well, maybe this wasn't the right time for me and Tom to be having a baby. Maybe these things happen for a reason.
Yeah, maybe. You haven't said anything to Tom, have you, about any of it?
No, nothing. Have you been back to the doctor's?
Oh, I just haven't had the time.
But, Lorna, you have to...
Look, Iz, I've got to go and get on. We'll catch up at lunchtime, okay?
Lorna, I might have to skip the team teaching today.
Why?
Well, it's a little delicate.
How do you mean delicate?
Well, if you must know, Stacey Appleyard's got a crush on me. I better keep my distance.
I think it's a little late for that, don't you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, for goodness sake, Tom. You've loved having your little gang of girl fans mooning after you. No wonder one of them's gone and picked up the wrong signals.
You're talking rubbish.
You can't afford to feel flattered by a student's infatuation. You should know that. You've got to squash it right away.
Or maybe I just didn't realise what was going on in her stupid schoolgirl head. Well, just help me out, OK?
All right, so you can tell me what's going on with you, Stacey, then?
Just leave it, Dante.
No, come on, Chloe. We share things now. If she's done something to you, I want to know.
I can't tell you, all right?
Yes, she can. You can tell me anything.
Right, following on from our work from the poems of Thomas Hardy, we're going to be looking at one of his contemporaries, W.B. Yeats.
Miss, isn't Mr. Clarkson teaching us and all?
I think you should concentrate on your work, Stacey. Mr. Clarkson's busy elsewhere.
She knows.
Knows what?
I was in bed with him. Not saying we did anything.
Hang on a minute. You was in bed with Clarkson?
He said himself he thought he fancied me.
Oh, I am.
If you don't believe me, ask Chloe. Why do you think she's had a cob on all week? She saw with her own eyes. Didn't she tell Redpath? What? After the abortion?
I thought she had a miscarriage.
Well, I think maybe he asked her to get rid of it because he doesn't love her anymore. At least that's what it seemed to me when I saw them together.
Can't believe it. You and Clarkson?
Well, loads of men are into young women. Nothing wrong with it.
Mr. Clarkson, can I have a word?
Yeah, of course, Chloe. What is it?
Stacey. She's gobbing off to Janice about last week.
Well, what she said?
I don't know exactly. Janice was sucking it up like a flaming vacuum.
Right. Well, thanks for telling me. You better get on.
You all right?
Yeah, fine. Just lost in a lesson plan. Sylvia Plath.
Oh, enough to give anyone a downer.
How are you? Are you managing okay?
Tom, stop worrying. I'll catch you later.
Hello, Janice. What is it?
Can I have a word, miss?
Yeah, is something wrong?
It's about the pervert. I reckon it might be Mr. Clarkson.
Don't talk rubbish.
Well, the papers reckon he's got dark hair and he sounds local. I mean, it could be him. And the police said to say if you've got any suspicions.
Janice, this isn't funny. OK, any more of this, I'm going to have to send you to the cooler.
I know it might not be him, but what sort of teacher sleeps with his pupils?
Not Mr. Clarkson. Now out before you get yourself into real trouble.
He's having an affair with Stacey Appleyard.
Janice, that is a very serious allegation, and I want you to take that back right now.
I've seen the text that he sent Stacey with my own eyes, miss. If you don't believe me, ask Chloe Granger. She was there when they were at it.
This is exactly what happens when you soften the line between teacher and pupil.
Yeah, Andrew, I know. If it was up to you, we'd always stood at the front of the class with the mortarboard cane. Believe me, if Jack wasn't at the education offices, I'd be talking to him about it.
We've got to hit this on the head before it's all around the school.
And further, Janice is about as discreet as a pillar box, with a mouth twice her size.
Just hope to God she's making the whole thing up.
Tom attacking girls, of course she is.
And sleeping with Stacey Appleyard.
I reckon I can see what that perv sees in girls in uniform. Looking well fit, Maxie.
Lewis, this is such crap.
Yeah, but it's crap for cash. Has that E.dot coughed up yet?
Yeah, don't work like that. Teachers don't pay you like you do a shift at work. It comes from the government.
Well, how long does it take?
I don't do it. Anyway, it don't matter, does it? You said you'd look after me. I was thinking maybe you could get us a flat.
You're having a laugh? I went my backside off in that pub for us. You don't even pay me enough to drink there, let alone get us a flat. That's why I need you to make us some money.
Lewis, this place is doing my head in. And I reckon my mum's had enough of me already and all. I'm in the way with Kevin there.
Well, look, that's not my problem.
All right, well, maybe I'll find someone else to look after me then, like Miss Haydock.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Like she's going to let a junkie like you move in with her.
Maybe I can persuade her she's got a soft spot for me.
Oi! Seddon, get away from her!
You're gonna beat me up with your rolling pin.
I told you before she didn't want you hanging around with her.
You can't tell me who my mates are, you're not my dad.
Did you hear that?
You hear this, you little slug. You come anywhere near her again and I will knock you into next week.
Oi! Lewis Seddon, you band, up it!
You should stick to boiling eggs, mate. Because they're harder than you. He should learn to keep his nose out. He'd get it broke.
I wish you could see what a bad lad he is. Maxine!
Leave me alone!
Come on, sweetheart, I'm just looking out for you. Lewis Seddon is a cheap thug. He's not good enough for you.
Well said, Kevin. Why can't you just crawl back down your hole and leave me and Mum alone?
What is it with young girls, eh? Just always end up with their own types. Maybe you could persuade her, Miss Haydock.
Oh, it's none of my business.
I know she's relying on you.
Why did I get involved?
Of all the horrid, hideous notes of woe.
Shut up, Grantley.
I've done nothing wrong. I mean, Stacey, she's a fantasist.
So it's a lie then? She wasn't in your bed?
Well, I was asleep. I mean, I had no idea she was there. I mean, well, for God's sake, I wasn't going to invite her into my bed.
Denise Bryant says you were texting each other.
Well, she sent me a text. I sent her one back saying that she should cut it out or she'd be for it.
It appears that isn't her interpretation.
Yeah, well, the girl's an idiot.
But Tom, you're not. You must have known that she had a crush on you.
Why didn't you do something about it?
I did. I spoke to her. I told her to lay off. I mean, I don't think I could have made it any clearer.
Did you speak to Izzy about any of this?
No. Look, I get daft girls billing and cooing over me every bloody day. I mean, how was I supposed to know that this would turn out any different?
Tom, you do realise Stacey is 15. We could have the police involved, and right now, with everything that's going on outside the school...
Denise is already making wild assumptions.
You are joking, aren't you?
I think you might need to speak to Izzy.
Like you said, you were done with this place for good.
Yeah, well, maybe I am. Maybe I forgot just how crap it is.
Like, what the hell was Dickie on about earlier? I ain't got a clue.
You just need to get back in the swing of it. I'm getting B grades now.
No, I'm telling you, I'm out of here.
Why? You got something better to do?
Me and Lewis can always find something better than the heap on muck.
You never still seen that creep.
He's not a creep, he's a laugh.
Yeah, if you think rape's funny.
Don't talk stupid.
Why do you think he got thrown out? He raped Campbell.
He never touched her.
He's dangerous. For all you know, he could be that pervert out there.
That is crap.
Sarah, I wrote this for you. It's a poem.
No, thanks.
Read it now, Tom, please.
I don't want your poem.
We sit in that cold room, divided by lines of faces. What do you think?
I think it's time that you remembered that you're a 15-year-old schoolgirl and that I am your teacher. No more poems and no more text. You got that?
Don't be angry with me. I didn't mean for us to get
Just
caught.
keep away from me, all right?
Hey, darling, you're right. Tom, what is it?
Look, this isn't going anywhere, is it? It can't. There's no truth in it.
What are you talking about? What's happened?
Stacey Appleyard's saying that me and her are having an affair.
What? Is she crazy?
She's a stupid schoolgirl with too much imagination.
Honestly, you couldn't make it up. This job's scary sometimes.
That night when you went round to Lorna's, when we lost the baby,
Yeah, she was round at ours with the clock.
she got into bed with me.
Say that again?
You heard me.
I just can't believe what I'm hearing. Like, I can't believe it's taken you a whole bloody week to tell me.
What else was I supposed to do? We just lost the baby. I didn't want to dump this on you.
Don't you dare put this on me, Tom.
I'm not.
I mean, why would she get into bed with you? Because you encouraged her?
I didn't know anything about it until the girls came in with the phone.
The girl saw you.
There was nothing to see. Nothing happened. Don't you believe me?
When I left the house, all that talk about your special chili, I mean, you were showing off to her. And that message you left on my mobile, you were drunk, weren't you?
I'd had a few, yeah.
No, you were drunk, Tom.
How was I supposed to know she'd do something so mad with Chloe and Mika there?
Don't you dare bring the girls into this. This is your fault, nobody else's.
No, this is Lorna again, isn't it? What? She hangs over us like a damn curse. What? If she hadn't got you to go round and hold her hand, then none of this would have happened. And we wouldn't have lost a baby.
I don't believe I'm hearing this. You're worse than a flaming kid, blaming anybody else but your own stupid ego. Showing off to a child like I have to be there to keep an eye on you. Just get out.